That should be good. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today you may notice, why does the lighting suck? Oh, it's actually nighttime. I just saw The Last Jedi twice. I am still severely shook. When I first exited the theater, my hands were shaking and I couldn't believe that I actually just saw the next Star Wars movie. Anyway, to get right to the point, there are spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen the movie, I would highly recommend that you don't watch this. I will be saying everything that will spoil your dreams, so. And if you haven't seen the movie and aren't planning on seeing the movie, you should also not watch this video and go watch the movie. Can we just talk about how Reylo actually, happens? Okay, I know, I'm a trashy Reylo fan, I can admit that right this moment. From the first movie, I thought something was up from the bridal carry. I knew it was there. I knew she wasn't related to Luke Skywalker. I was part of all of those theories. In my mind, I was always hoping that Reylo would happen, and the way I thought it would go just seemed so perfect. But then to realize that what all the Reylo fans had actually come up with as a plan went perfectly through the movie. I already watched a few videos. One was Jungle Jenna and the other by Character Over Analysis. I love them both and they both had such great explanations already, so I'd recommend you go watch theirs. If you're a trashy Reylo fan, or trashy before, everyone's like, oh, they were related, oh. But now it just seems so amazing. There of course are people who are still like, oh, it's not happening, it's not going to happen. But then there are those people who have their heads turned now, and it just makes us feel so much better as a Reylo community, just like, you finally notice us. The first thing that we really notice is the Force bond between Kylo Ren and Rey, as some people call them Force Skype calls, which I think is really funny. The first one was just like, wait, I can see you, can you see me? And they were just both really confused, although they both had a hate for each other. But I noticed in the film, it seemed Kylo Ren approached her with sweetness, almost like, is this you? Why can I only see you? And she approached him with, is this real? And then went straight to, you should be punished, I hate you. And she had that anger in the way she spoke. And also one line that made me jump inside just a little bit was, he said, why can you see my surroundings? Why can I only see you? Or something like that. And of course the Reylo lover inside of me popped out and was like, he can only see you in the background. Yes. And that hand touch later on, that just went straight to the core. I felt that and I was just like, what? Are my dreams actually coming true? So now instead of actually rambling, I'm gonna try to have a few theories about this. I don't know what I'm saying. As they keep having these force connections, they seem to look into each other's mind and get even closer and closer to each other. And at one point, they're talking about, she calls him Ben throughout the entire movie, and that just shows that she doesn't see him as this evil guy. She still sees the niceness, not the niceness. She still sees the light side in him, and she thinks he can come back. She's calling him by that name, and it's really cute because he doesn't have anything against it. When Han Solo called Kylo Ren Ben, he seemed really angry, he doesn't no longer exist. I remember he said that. But when Rey called him Ben, he didn't react the same way. He was okay with it. And they both saw each other, through their weaknesses. Kylo Ren thought Rey can turn to the dark side. Rey thought Kylo Ren could turn to the light side. The way that Kylo Ren handled the whole situation with Snoke, that was one of the best things I've ever experienced. Snoke is closing his eyes, and he's saying he can feel how the Force is turning the lightsaber towards his true enemy. And in his mind, he's like, yes, Kylo Ren's finally gonna kill this girl who's ruining everything that we're planning, only to get stabbed by his mentee. After seeing it, you may be wondering, how did they end? They seem to end with Rey closing him off completely as the door of the Millennium Falcon is symbolism. She's just closing off the connections they have. But I see it as he's like looking up to her, could you give me another chance? This may just be me honestly fangirling, but, and she looks down at him like, I know there's still good in you, but this is not the time. This is the last of the rebellion, these few people. She's not going to risk it for Kylo Ren. She's just going to close the door and get those people safe. Whether he is telling the truth or not, she is still not going to take any risks that will hurt other people. Obviously, there was some sort of tension between the two characters when they were having the Force connections and when they actually met in real life. Of course, the stupid Reylo shipper got into my head again when they were walking down that aisle like to see Snoke, and in my head I'm like, they're getting married. I'm sorry, I'm a little upset. What really broke my heart is that this entire movie, well, with Kylo Ren and Rey, seemed to just be building their relationship together, but it seemed like it crumbled so quickly. After the battle, when he's like, will you join me to take control and kill the old empire and start a new one? And Rey seemed confused about whether she should agree or not. This could turn him to the light side, but also have to kill everyone in order to bring him up. Like, I feel like she knew that there wasn't enough time to try to compromise with him, and she knew that people were in danger, and she just thought, I don't have time for this. She went for the lightsaber, and he did as well. The only thing that I think didn't go so smooth in Reylo was them, of course, getting into a permanent relationship at the end. But at the same time, if that happened, that just seems so out of their character. Kylo Ren, this unstable dude, and Rey, this very powerful woman. I feel like if they just got together in one movie, people would be very upset. It would just seem too sudden. And of course, as their characters are very stubborn, they would have to break apart. I feel like they just didn't build up with all of these scenes, their hands touching, him wiping his face in the water, just for them to get rid of it and just snap, break the lightsaber, the relationship's over. It's gonna come back in the next movie. And if it doesn't, then